of you watching me right now, and I'm not mocking him. I'm saying,
recommend that to them.
Yeah, pay attention to those around him. When he comes out of a car or is about to walk and greet people, you will see 1, 2, or 3 people that will be in the crowd. I'll be like, but somebody said no. Now my ego eating tea. You know, sometimes the aftershave is so strong that if you smell some aftershave, right, it will choke you. And you have to be like, I said, yeah, that's it's the same. It is the same with the shit too. There are some shit that are so strong. If you smell them, you go choke. Prince JJ Man, I'll let you go. Okay. Thank you so much. For joining us this evening. Okay? Take it easy. Right. And finally, I'm taking the final one now. And please, is a reminder, okay? If you really want to, if you still want to buy me coffee, the link is there in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube. Use it, okay? And if you haven't really subscribed to this channel, you should. At least you don't do all this while when you just see and pass. Isn't it time for me? Isn't it time for you now to actually stay? I'm just asking. So please, and here is my final caller tonight. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Good evening.
Oh, the charm.
How are you?
Lady Charm, how are you this evening?
I'm fine, thank you. I was just, let me just try. Because I listened to your talk and everything. I was just thinking to myself, watching it today was rather depressing. Listening to all those so-called senators and inarticulate plus illiterate. And I'm like, how is it that we got these people to represent Nigeria? It's embarrassing.
Rhetorical question. How did we get here?
How did we get
here?
Don't
answer it. I know it. I'm just asking. I know how we got here. You know that rhetorical question of a thing.
Yeah, and I was listening to some of the other callers, African Wahala, and a couple of other people. And for the past couple of days, I've just been thinking about, how we present. With the current leaders that we have, we'll never be in a position of strength. We will never be in a position, we'll always be in a position of weakness. We'll always be at a disadvantage because, our leaders have kept us, or rather our ruiners have kept us in such a way, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that we will never be able to come to the table from a position of strength. And they know that. And I think that that's part of the reason why they have enabled somebody like Tinubu to become president, right? Because left alone to Nigerians, I don't think, a lot of people did vote Obi.
They didn't vote for him. We need to keep reminding people, because the impression they are giving now is that, those who don't like me are those who lost election. Like, nobody lost election to this role.
Nobody, exactly. This man, was selected, and
so don't let us start accepting as if to say, there was an election. Like somebody said, Obi came third. Are you crazy? Like, is that what we're going to be saying now? Right? Is that not what
what they say, right? Right. You know what they say? You repeat a lie.
So we keep repeating it like that. Oh, he came third. Atiku second. Tifnumbu first. Like, is that not what Yakubu said? Is that not what everybody knows is a lie? Why should anybody actually say
but for them, right?
But
for them, it's like, they keep on repeating the lie so that, it maybe becomes a truth to them, and everything. Because it will never be a truth to us. But I'm not talking about, I'm just saying that the way we will always come from a position of weakness, because it almost seems as if we have nothing to bring to the table. The economy is ruined, right? The people are, about to face, hunger that they're not even, they've never seen before. Because there's a lot of things going on in Nigeria. I was speaking to my sister the other day, and she was talking to me about droughts. She was telling me that, there's the tomatoes that are being produced have some kind of, defect or whatever from Spain, and that there are so many things going on. So it's like a perfect storm that is about to, happen in that country, right? You have the drought, you have the people who are already hungry, right? You have people, and there's no light at the end of this tunnel. And people are still talking about waiting. And I will keep on saying it on this platform. If you're waiting for 2027, nothing is going to change. This man would have perfected the art of, of keeping himself in power or perpetuating himself in power. And so also anyone coming after him, because APC is not about to leave that place. It is either we fight to remove them. That is, a strong fight to remove. Like when I don't know if you know anyone that has, cancer or has had cancer and has had to face the treatment for cancer.
That survived it. In fact, I have about 2 of them that survived and I have one that died of the breast cancer.
But I think the point I'm trying to make is that, you can see how aggressive it is. That when you want to battle something like cancer, you don't, you're not going to be like a daisical or laissez-faire about it. You have to aggressively go after
depends on it.
Because your life depends on it. At this point, I'm not even sure that Nigerians or, the people from that region understand what is facing us down the road. Do you understand? We will never be able to come from a position of strength in spite of everything that country has been gifted, but naturally we will never come at a position of strength. We will never be able to, hold our head high anywhere to say, okay, this is what, give us this because this is what we have and this is what we're able to do. We will never be able to do that because of the likes of Tinubu being in government. Now is the time, not like you said it yesterday, not today, not even tomorrow. Yesterday was the time that we had to get rid of these people, right? We just look at the senators when they were talking about their salaries. That idiot was trying to justify his salary, was trying to justify the criminality they call the salary that they pay these people, plus all the add-ons that make no sense. Trying to justify it. You people are not solving world hunger. You people are not solving any kind of medical, you're not making any medical breakthroughs. You're not doing anything. You're not solving climate change. You're doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. You people are, borderline illiterate. Do you understand? And you want to justify being paid.
Do you think that the whole world has moved on from Nigeria? So to say, they are just tolerating Nigeria now. That's why when Tinubu goes anywhere, it's just to fill the quota invite or something. Nobody really take Nigeria serious anymore. Putting Nigeria at the back row of a photo, world leaders taking pictures. So the world is only tolerating us now, you will say?
Of course. What's the point of taking pictures? That's the position of weakness that we're coming from. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And let me tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I really don't care about the rest of the world. I care about the people in that region, right? I care about us being able to live up to our potential, for goodness sake. Where the person who is born, even if the parents died on the day the person was born, that person still has a chance, right? At a good future. Not relying on anybody, because that you have people, who are in leadership that will ensure that because you are disadvantaged, you do not remain disadvantaged. We don't have that, and I think it's good even the way the world is treating Nigeria, because we don't have a leadership. We don't have a government. If they were recognizing people like Tinubu, it's not even a shame, that they would actually, is enough for all of us in diaspora. And I feel that there should be a movement of people in the diaspora, especially going to places like United Nations, especially going to places like the IMF. Do you understand? Because the way we are, they give all this huge amount to these people, and we just keep silent. When you and I know that
Kenyans, Kenyans are not waiting for those in the diaspora. They're not even calling UN, calling IMF or World Bank. They were actually calling the main guy that should be representing their interests, but the interest of these guys, that he has to go. Is that not what we saw there?
I 100% understand what you're saying. Yes, they're not waiting for Kenyans in diaspora to do anything, to make any moves on their behalf, right? But it could be a two-pronged attack where the people in Nigeria, and I know like a couple of callers have called and said that, Nigerians have sold themselves. Maybe that is the case. Maybe that is the case. And if that is the case, that, Nigerians are too weak, they're too, what they call it, programmed into slavery, that they don't even know what their strength is, know what their capacity and their capabilities. I mean, there are lots of videos that you keep showing us about people who, they're praying for Tinubu, God will punish you and everything. You can punish him. Stop waiting for.
To learn how to do it. God is not going to do it now.
So for me, I look at it like a two-pronged attack. That if the people at home can wake up and fight for themselves, but even if they don't want to, the people in the diaspora can go. I'm talking about, you don't have to, you can mask yourself or whatever, because I know that everybody wants to still put food on their table at the end. I cannot begrudge anyone, because at the end of the day, when you think, okay, on whose matter do I want to come and die? Is it this stupid country? This country that didn't pay me before, it does not pay me now, and there's no likelihood that it's going to pay me in the future anyway. So I can completely understand that. But it's to hold their feet to the fire, know that we're not exactly ignorant of what they are doing. How do you give an an illegitimate government, and somebody who has no capacity, no capability, no aspirations to even do anything for that country, you keep on giving the person loans. It's like me pouring my wealth down the drain, for goodness sake, which leads us to understand that there's something else going on in the background. And I think I think it was Osita, because when Osita said it kind of like clicked in my head, because I've always said this looks like money laundering and fraud. Do you understand? I don't understand giving these people money. They're not doing anything with it. Either they're giving that money because they know that our criminals are, our politicians are criminals and corrupt. So all that money is not for any kind of infrastructure building or any kind of people development or whatever. It's just to grease enough palms to ensure that the things that they want to happen here in this country will happen. Exactly, to keep us enslaved. Exactly, and it's so infuriating. Even when you talked about Ramaphosa, and how he has this, not Ramaphosa alone, but the collective after Mandela, Mbeki, Zuma, and currently Ramaphosa, they have collectively, diminished the South African economy.
Mismanaged. What could have been an opportunity for the blacks to match up and meet up at the whites, which has been so much a disparity that's so obvious. But they couldn't close the gap in 30 years.
They couldn't close the gap and break that stereotype that the black man is unable to think for himself, unable to achieve for himself, because we know that is a stereotype and it is wrong. Because if you only look around you and see the Nigerians who are doing exceedingly well, you know that is not the truth, okay? But because we have successive governments who then lend truth to those stereotypes that we cannot manage ourselves, I see trouble down the line. There's something coming down the line if we do not wrestle this region out of the hands of these criminals, And like I will continue to say, and I will just end it here, that the time to do this thing is not tomorrow, it's not next tomorrow, it's not next week. It is now. You need to get rid of this man and get rid of him and get rid of the current political class and everything that makes up the cancer that is, it has beholden the country. We're able to do it. We are able to do it. Just wake up. Thank you, my God.
God bless you, Charm. As usual. So that's a brilliant one there from our lady, Charm. And on that note, we are going to draw the curtains tonight. To everybody who has tried to call in but unable to, don't worry. Tomorrow is another day. What you want to say tonight that you couldn't, you could probably say that to me tomorrow. You have a chance to say that to all of us tomorrow. And we probably will have a chance, if time permits, to continue our reading. It's been a while. And I'm glad that we could kick them off from tomorrow again. Okay? So, to everybody, Yomito too, my man, and everyone else, thank you so much. This is me trying to remind us again, everyone who is watching, there will be the Yoruba Union Summit in Glasgow in 2 months' time. And that's going to be from the 23rd to the 25th of August. And it's about, meeting to kind of discuss and then make some few plans, okay? Whereby as a group, as a people, right, we could actually begin to implement everything we've said, because we believe so many of them are indeed doable. So you can be part of that as a Yoruba man or a friend of the Yorubas. You can also see to come around if you want to. But the membership of the Yoruba Union is strictly by, it is strictly for the Yorubas, okay? So if you have any Yoruba connection, if you are connected to the Yoruba by blood, by birth, by marriage, so the few ways you can get connected to the Yoruba, okay? You either born as a full Yoruba, or you are, you have connection by marriage to being a Yoruba. So you can join us. So from August, right, we will be taking up registration for all the qualified members all over the world. So then you can also join us physically. If you're living in the UK, you probably won't need much time to get your ticket. Get the ticket and join us on the 23rd. I'll do more of this. Mostly, I think it's going to be when we get to July. I'm going to be disturbing you a lot. Okay, so we still have about 100 tickets to go. And you don't want to miss that, do you? Yoruba Union Summit. A quick reminder.
kò lè bàjẹ́ o kò lè bàjẹ́ o àṣà àti ìṣe Yorùbá o kò lè bàjẹ́ o. lónílé lálejò ẹ mọ́ gbọ́ ìgbìmọ̀ májò bàjẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àpapọ̀ àgbáyé ló rán mi sí yín o wọ́n ní ìpéjọpọ̀ pàtàkì tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ kẹtàlélógún títí di ọjọ́ karùndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ 23 to 25 of August ní ọdún 2024 tàwa yìí náà ní lágòókò ọ̀sán èyí tí ó wáyé ní ìlú Glasgow ní orílẹ̀-èdè Scotland United Kingdom fún àṣà àti ìṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí náà ni olè tí wá lè ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yìí ebó lẹ̀ ń wò lójú amóhùnmáwòrán. ẹ jẹ́ jọ gbọ́sà Yorùbá lárugẹ.
So thank you to every one of you again. And, remember, okay, if you haven't really liked this broadcast or share it, so do that before you go. And good night to all of us.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náyìbí #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá